I thought it's best if we just do a little divine experiment here and just do a little meditation where we can uncover some of what's stored inside and then go through a process of finding ways to respond more healthily. Because the truth is, you do have the coping skills to deal with the impossible. And that wisdom is inside of you. So rather than talk any more about it, I'd rather just dive in together. And so if you just want to treat it as an experiment, see what happens, let's do that together. So let's all take a nice deep breath in and sighing it out and closing your eyes. And another nice deep breath in. And breathing openness into the room. And a deep breath in. And breathing the willingness into the room to meet whatever your body and your soul want you to meet. And breathing trust again, that your soul wants what's highest and best for you. Breathing that into the room. And once again, letting your heart be as wide as the world. Wide enough to welcome whatever cell memories, whatever issues, whatever is stored inside of you. That's how vast this love is. And it's spacious and vast in front of you. It's boundlessly free behind and endlessly vast to all sides of you. And just imagining in your mind's eye, there's a campfire appearing in front of you of unconditional love. And at this campfire is the you that has lived through the last 3 weeks of tumult in this world and how it's been impacting you. And I'd like to welcome this you that has been living through this last 3 weeks to sit at this campfire. And then there's, of course, the present day you, sitting in your chair right now or wherever you are. And also welcome a mentor who is divine wisdom you trust. It can be a sage or a saint, an enlightened master. But it's someone in whose divine wisdom you trust and in whose presence you feel safe, sitting by this fire of unconditional love. And just letting your awareness drift back over the last month and notice there may have been times where you shut down, like this woman in Estonia, or that you got scared, like the woman in Britain, or that you didn't feel safe anymore, or were living in stress or anxiety, or where someone said something and you just closed off, where you reacted unhealthily, where something took place, you read the news, you saw the news, you heard a friend say something, or a loved one, and a reaction happened. So go right back to that specific moment where you reacted. Go to that moment and step into that exact moment of what it felt like when you were reacting. Really feel it viscerally. Now roll the cameras back to the millisecond where there was an impulse to react in a certain way. And roll the cameras back to just that moment right before the impulse to react arose. And just open up and kind of stretch time. So you've gone to the reaction, you've rolled back time to the impulse to react, and then to the moment just before the impulse. What were you really feeling prior to the impulse to react? Just be honest. What were you really feeling? And just speaking that out into your room, whatever that feeling is. And even if you're not sure what it was, just speak out into your room what it is that you think it might be or that you feel it might be. What were you feeling really before the impulse came to react? And as you're opening with this feeling, just asking yourself if there were an even deeper feeling in the core of that more surface emotion, what might that deeper feeling be? If there were a deeper feeling, what might that deeper feeling be? Just opening with that, just allowing it. And then opening even deeper. If there were an even deeper emotion in the core of that emotion, what might that feeling be? Even if you're not sure what it is, what might it be? And just embracing all of what's here and also all of what's not here with your own acceptance, with your own love, and just letting yourself know it's okay. However you reacted on the surface, you now know it was driven by something much deeper. And so what I'd like to ask you to do is I'd like to give the you that went through that reaction a voice and a chance just to express out loud what you were really feeling at the time. That has to be done out loud, because if you leave it in your head, it stays in your body. So just play along with me and just give the younger you a balloon. That younger you sitting at the campfire, and inside the balloon is a balloon of the ability to express yourself. And just on the count of 3, just speaking out loud into your room what you were really feeling at the time. So 1, 2, 3. What were you really feeling? Just voice that out loud. And digging even deeper, what were you really feeling at that time? Give it a chance to be expressed, to be voiced. And if there's another person involved that was there at the scene at the time, just let whatever words you're saying be heard by them, penetrate beyond whatever their personality is to the depths of who they are. Even if it's a news program, or a newspaper, you can just let whatever needs to be said just pour out of you and know that it's being heard somehow. Okay. And now I'd like you to play this whole memory from beginning to end. From the time that you first, heard something, saw something, was told something, some circumstance happened, and you felt something, and then you had an impulse and you reacted. Just play that whole scene as if it's happening right now. But put it up onto a screen right now, as if you're watching a video of what you went through at that time. So on the count of 3, take that whole short memory where you reacted sometime in the last 3 weeks up onto a video screen. And just watch it play out while you sit here at the campfire. Okay. Now I'd like to ask you to speak to your mentor and ask the mentor if there were some internal emotional resources that would have helped you at that time cope more healthily, more freely. What kind of emotional resources could you have used at that time? And so let the mentor, ask the mentor, what emotional resources could I have used at the time? You know, emotions like openness, willingness, trust, exposure, innocence, the ability to say no, the ability to say yes, the ability to stand true in yourself, whatever. And so let the mentor give you right now a balloon with that emotional resource in it, whatever it is, and speak out loud right now what that emotional resource is. It could be wisdom, understanding, whatever. And take that balloon now has the emotional resource in it, and breathe that into the body of the you that went through that scene. And now asking the mentor if there's another resource, emotional resource, that would have been useful at the time. Maybe the ability not to take it so personally, the ability to stand true in your own sense of stillness and calm, whatever. You pick your own balloon and speak out loud what that emotional resource is that would have helped you at the time. Speak it out loud. And now take the balloon from the mentor and breathe it into your whole body, whatever it is, the love, the acceptance, the compassion, the understanding, whatever it was. Breathe that in. And now ask the mentor if there's even a third emotional resource that would have supported you in that time to cope with that scene in a healthier way. If there were a third emotional resource, what might it be? Speak it out loud. Maybe you needed courage. Maybe you need to just let it roll off your shoulders. Just breathing in. Speak out loud the third balloon and take it from the mentor, and now breathe it in. And now let that you that went through this scene, who's now filled with these emotional resources that would have helped you cope more easily, step back onto the screen. And this time, play the scene the way it would have happened. And just sit at the campfire and watch the scene play. Okay, circumstances don't change, but your internal response does. So right now, Watch the scene as you're playing it now that you have these internal emotional resources inside of you. How are you responding differently? How are you feeling differently inside? Okay, step down off the screen, and you're now once again sitting there by the campfire. And the mentor will just share some words of wisdom of what you were meant to learn from that whole experience. And so let the mentor share those words. And knowing that you have that wisdom inside of you and have these coping emotional resources inside of you, you can hug that younger you that went through that scene and let the younger you merge inside and grow up now as you, knowing that absolutely you have what it takes to cope with whatever those external circumstances are. And taking another nice deep breath in and sighing it out. And another nice deep breath in and sighing it out. And the campfire merges into the light. And once again, the heart is as wide as the world. And it's vast and spacious, free and endless in front of you. It's boundlessly spacious and free, height, infinitely vast and spacious to all sides. Taking a nice deep breath in and out, and just resting here, soaking, steeping in this wisdom as this peace. So that eyes open or eyes closed, same. Another nice deep breath in. And sighing it out. And one more nice deep breath in. And sighing it out. And you can open your eyes now into this awareness, into this vast open sky of all acceptance. And another nice deep breath in. And letting it out. One more nice deep breath in. And letting it out. And if the eyes have not yet opened, this is your invitation to open your eyes now.